Greetings, sports fans. This is George with Custom Tide Flies and Guide Service. We're going to do a tutorial on Custom Tide's tan or natural turkey emerger. This is what it looks like when it's done. I will put the ingredients in the description. Please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and you can find this and other cool bugs on Custom Tide's website at www.custom-tide.com. That's CUSTOM-TIED.com. Have a splash, don't forget the dash. So we're going to start off this with a Daiichi 1130. Doing these in, these are a size 10. So I'm using Semperfli's Nanosilk-Olive in 50 denier as my thread. So I put my hook in with the big bend up to help get the angle right on the shuck. So for your shuck, we're using Hareline's tan ice fur. Here's the package. Hareline's tan ice fur. And you're just going to get just a little shuck like that. You could use tan Antron. But I like using the ice fur because with the Antron, it's harder to control how many fibers you get. I mean, ice fur is essentially the same thing. Need a little more light. Hope that doesn't drown things out for you. Okay, so you're going to cut that trailing shuck off about the length of the shank-ish. And then to keep control of these fibers, I use a little refrigerator magnet. Put that in there, and that way I don't lose them. Okay. Next is a turkey emerger. So the feather that I'm using on this is all turkey. It's turkey tail feather and turkey biot off a wing. So this is wild turkey. I'm going to just yank a few fibers off of there. You want to use more than one or two just so that you get good coverage and the fibers support each other. If you use one or two, they're a little easier to break. And I'm going to wrap these by hand. I don't want to use hackle pliers because I don't want to pull on them. I want to push them over the side and just let them go around the shank. I don't want to pull on them with a pair of hackle pliers because they'll break. It's all right to bring them up a little high on the shank, because you're going to cover whatever's high on the shank with the next piece. And you can bring that back around to where it's square. And the next piece, I've taken a wing. This is Hareline's turkey wing that's dyed BWO. And I just cut it so it's a little more manageable. And I'm gonna I just want one. I'm gonna peel one biot off the long side. That little tip right there, I don't need that, so I'm gonna snip that off. And I'm gonna bring this right into where it's about even with the point of the hook. Bring it forward, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to push it. I don't want to pull on it real hard because it'll break. And it's all right to get this a little long, because whatever you don't want to see, you're going to cover up with dubbing on the thorax. So speaking of dubbing on the thorax, let's first put in the little flash, which is Umpqua's accent in pearl. Now, I'll be honest with you, I did not get this from Umpqua. It's the same stuff, but it's what do they call it? Angel hair tinsel. And you can get this stuff at Hobby Lobby. But, you know, if you don't have a Hobby Lobby around you, it's Umpqua's accent flash. You're just going to take one strand, cut it in half, and then cut it in half again. Wrap that around the thread and pull it up into position. And you're going to attach that, but you want to make sure that you got about 1/8 of an inch or so of the, or maybe a little more. There we go. That might even be too far. There we go. And then you're going to bring that back and you're going to cut it off again about a shank length. All right. Next, the thorax. We're going to be using this fine natural dubbing from Nature Spirit. Don't ask me what fur this is because I have absolutely no idea. It feels kind of synthetic, but it says on the packaging that it's natural. So I'm not real sure what the fur is, but it's supposed to be hydrophobic like beaver. You don't want a big, long, thick rope. Just a really fine little rope. And you're going to take a wrap behind, another wrap behind. Okay, you see how that's pushing forward? And you're going to take a couple of wraps right there. Start getting thoraxy. Whoop. All right. Next is CDC wing. Now, you get CDC cold canard off. It's around the duck's preen gland, or a goose's preen gland, or a swan's preen gland. Good luck trying to get it off a swan, unless the swan's dead. And hopefully you're not the one that killed it, because it's not a good idea to kill swans. I got these by hand off a duck. I just pulled them right off the duck that I shot. But you know, you can get CDC from, you know, Hareline or Nature Spirit or whatever with your fly shop. But you're going to take 2 of these and you're going to put them facing each other with the concave side facing concave side, and that stacks the fibers real nice. And then you want it to be about the same length as the accent flash. You know, give your thread a spin. This is a flat thread, so I want it to be a tighter rope. And just, all right, take a couple wraps in the front, take a couple more in the back, and then you can snip that off. And it's up to you if you want to save that or not, obviously. All right. Then a little more thorax stubbing. Again, not a real long, thick rope, just a little bit. You want to get some buildup because you're going to you're going to use that to anchor your hackle when you do your collar to support the hackle. So you do want a little buildup. It's also, by the time the hackle's trimmed, it's going to kind of look like a head. Or the body front part coming out. And I got just a little bit too much on there. All right. And then for the collar hackle, I'm using Hareline's India Henback in natural. And I peel these off ahead of time instead of plucking them one at a time. On this one, you don't want to strip the one side like you do on some other wet flies, because you're wanting this a little thick, because it's going to suggest legs. And you do want to push this hackle back. It's not a good instructional video if you don't hit the camera a couple times while you're trying to show somebody how to do this. Okay, then you're going to rake these back. Then you're going to pull these forward. And then you're going to pull these back. And this part here, you're just going to trim off. And that's what gives you your little legs here and your head. Okay, then I'm going to put a little Solares Bone Dry UV on there. And then I'm going to make sure that I didn't get any in the eye by taking an old hackle feather, dry fly hackle feather, and running it down through the eye to make sure that the eye's clean. And I'm going to zap it with the old light. And there you have it. CT's tan or natural turkey emerger. I hope this was fun for you. And again, like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And happy tying.